My niece's birthday is September 11th, and
Sorry.
you know,
Mm.
once 9/11
Is she in Al
happened, it's
Qaeda?
like, who gives a uh, no. Uh, I was trying to say something clever, but I couldn't think of anything. No, but it's just, after 9/11, it was like, yep, we'll put your birthday on the back burner.
Yeah,
Right.
that's unfortunate.
don't need to uh, don't need to pay too much attention to you since we have this tragedy to think about now.
What happens when three high school friends reunite during a Trump apocalypse? I'll tell you what happens. They do a podcast, little buddy.
My birthday party is canceled.
You are watching Generation Exile.
You know what I was just thinking from all this? If your birthday's on January 6th, you went through what we're describing, but now
Yeah.
you see the clearing because January 6th, perpetrators are being given money from a slush fund and they're called heroes and patriots, and now your birthday's meaningful again. So
Yeah.
This slush fund is so infuriating to me. It is
Really?
such a
you don't
blatant,
like it?
shameless example of self-dealing. And I don't understand how Trump supporters can look at this and say, oh, that's okay.
Because they're going to get money
Um,
out of it.
Yeah. Well, it depends which supporters you're talking about because I don't think
Right. Well, I don't know
universally
about you
they
guys,
do.
but I don't know about you guys, but I'm filing for government. I'm going to file something. For
Yeah,
damages.
you're going to
You
put in a
do.
claim.
Yeah. They weaponized the government against. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Have you been in an insurrection of note?
Well, it doesn't. It's not just the insurrection. It's any weaponization of government
Yeah.
against you, whether
Oh,
you were in
yeah.
an insurrection, whether you masturbated in
It's-
public.
You're checking off all my boxes right now.
That's what I masturbate to, is checking off boxes.
The pure hypocrisy.
Oh
Whoa.
God, Mike.
Hello.
Uh-oh. I lost lights.
Wait, what was I just going to tell you?
Why is
The
that happening?
shit, did I lose it? I lost it. Oh, am I eligible from Elon Musk taking away my engagement on X or Twitter?
Only if that
I
was
think
done as a government thing.
I mean, the guy is adjacent to the Trump administration with his doging. Could it be looked at as
yeah, but he shadow banned you prior to his Doge involvement.
That is true.
So
time-wise? Yes. Huh. Right.
we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Well, actually, let's not. 'Cause
We're-
I don't think no one should get this money, and it's a terrible thing, the slush fund. I
It's
mean, I
our
hope
money
you
to
get
begin
money,
with.
Dave.
It's our money to
that?
begin with. It's our money to begin with.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
totally
It's
taxpayer money.
taxpayer money. So it's not like I'm cheating the system by
I just-
falsely claiming
it's not
that some of that
you.
ill-gotten money is mine.
It's the Holocaust hoodie
It's-
guy or the Auschwitz hoodie guy that I don't want to see a dime, heroically gets a check in the mail for his efforts wearing a Camp Holocaust.
Yeah.
The QAnon shaman is going to become a millionaire from this.
Right. It's like
Um,
douchebags like that.
the sheer hypocrisy and projection, in the psychological term, when you have a fault and you identify that fault in others, you project it onto others. That's exactly what's taking place. This weaponized Biden Justice Department. Come
Yeah.
on. This guy came in and completely politicized the entire agenda of the Department of Justice has been about retribution and turning a blind eye to the crimes of his allies,
Yeah.
the real crimes. Remember fucking Tom Holland, who just recently took a bag full of cash,
Spider-Man
50
guy?
grand?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
No,
the time you're thinking of Tom Homan.
The guy
Thank you.
dating
Tom Holland
Zendaya?
was grabbing a bag of
Tom-
Zendaya. Yeah.
Tom Holland got $5 million for making Spider-Man. That was way too much money.
I like him as Spider-Man personally. We could disagree on that. Hey, I was going to ask you guys
All
related.
right, so my
I'm
Oh,
a,
sorry.
I'm a
My
Morgan
misnomer-
Freeman Spider-Man guy.
Morgan Freeman.
He's the best
That's
Spider-Man.
old school.
Yeah, an electric
Yeah.
company. Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't in the suit though. He was just the narrator. Not to burst your
Oh, I
bubble.
always thought he was in the suit.
No, he's just talking about it.
I always thought it was the funniest thing. Like, oh, let's put the guy with the most like mellifluous voice ever, put a mask on him and have him play a mute character.
You are a sloppy, slovenly boy. Cock. For anyone who didn't get that reference, that's late on me. But do you know anyone who attacked the Capitol on January 6th?
No,
Like,
Not personally.
not
what about
personally.
I
second
know
degree?
that.
Like, know
I
someone
mean, I
who
know
knows
that
someone.
guy that was on Mr. Show and Bob's Burgers was there.
Yep, that's a good one.
But I don't. It's possible that a dude I used to be friends with, who I refer to as Flat Earth Mike,
Yeah.
might have been there.
But not confirmed.
But not confirmed.
I
I
know
don't talk to him anymore.
I know one guy.
You know a Jan Sixer?
Yeah, I do. Not to say
Tell
we
me.
were friends. We were friendly, but he was a comedian who used to go to the Treehouse Comedy Club for open mic nights. You know, back when I was doing stand up. By the name of Kevin Downey Jr. No relation to any of the other Downey Juniors you've heard me talk about.
Not Robert Downey, not Morton Downey.
Yeah, Robert Downey. He was very funny. He would do like great impressions of like Sean Connery. I know this stuff is kind of hacky, but at the time he was very funny. And my friend Stu Stein, who you guys know, was a mutual of his. I think they had done like road comedy together. And this guy, I think he was on America's Got Talent in like the 2000s. And then I think the Queer Eye for the Strange Guys made him over in some episode. Like he was doing TV. So he's listed as like one of the higher profile, you know, nutbags that were there attacking the Capitol. And sure enough, he
You
was.
mean Queer Eye for the straight guy?
Wait, and so you knew
What
him
did I say?
personally, or you knew him through Stu Stein?
I was introduced by Stu, but then I was at the Treehouse doing comedy with this guy a few times. We definitely had like a drink or something after a show.
Okay,
That
then I
counts.
would like to amend my earlier answer. I do have 2 degrees of separation from a January 6er.
Nice.
I-
What's
We
yours,
broke
Dave?
up when you were saying
The guy
that.
that Jeremy
I still
knows.
can-
The guy that Jeremy
Oh,
knows.
Oh, you know a
that's-
guy I know.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah. I'm 2 degrees. I know you. You know a
Yeah,
guy.
so
So,
Kevin Downey Jr. There's even like
Kevin Downey
articles
Jr.
about him because he's semi famous, I guess, you know, when you've been on a TV show. I just
Really?
put a link to a story from Yahoo about him if you're interested, for light reading.
Okay.
But yeah, so you guys didn't know anyone.
So
That's
now
the only
what-
one I know.
What did he do? But what did he do? Because this is an important question during January 6th. Was he like, busting windows and attacking cops? Was he like just in the throng and not doing anything specific?
I
Or-
mean,
has he said what he's done? Does he like brag about it?
he's
as a
actually
January 6th
he's the
thing?
guy that was shoving Ashley Babbitt through the window.
he gave her a boost. Did he do one
Yeah.
of those like, where you lock your hands to like help her?
Yeah, the boost.
Yeah.
I remember that. I haven't done that since I was a kid. That was great.
Or did he actually get
Great
on
technology.
his knees so she could step on his back? Like, that we need to know. We need to call this guy. But I don't know exactly what he did. The article I sent you, though, has a picture of him. Maybe I'll just call it up on a share. Where is it? Let me know if you could see. You see him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
Kevin Downey Jr.
Make America great. He's got
Do you think
he's got the MAGA cap and the MAGA mask.
Yeah. It's
Do you,
really.
do you think he was doing his Connery impression? He pulled a knife. Go pull a gun. They sent one of ours to the hospital.
Don't certify that.
I
vote.
never met a congresswoman who didn't understand a good slap in the face.
I mean, if you had met this guy back when I met this guy, you would never in a billion years say, "Oh, someday this guy is a little off and he's gonna go." No, this was just like a comedian. He was just like funny. As a matter of fact, he was the one killing it with the audience, and I was bombing. So,
Interesting.
and then he
Well,
ended
who's
up
laughing now?
right. I ended up winning. It is fun to know people involved in history's worst moments. Not that I have a lot of them, but I also should say fun. It's interesting. I know a guy who died on 9/11.
I know a guy who got arrested at a pro-Confederate flag march. Very strange story.
Racist or likes flags and the preservation of history.
Why can't it be both?
It
No, he
certainly
was
can.
he was a very sad, lonely Long Islander that I used to work with. Nobody ever liked him.
Mm.
He was. I just can't stress enough how just awkward and weird and terrible of a person he was, and nobody liked him. And he eventually moved down to Georgia, where the local Confederates adopted him as their IT guy. And just from like being in the group, he just started like, he joined them on a pro-Confederate flag march. He was arrested there when he assaulted a cop. I had gotten this guy fired from this job.
Again. That kind of thing. You got him fired?
Yeah, that's what I got him fired from 2 jobs actually.
Oh wow.
The first place I worked at him with, we had an argument that escalated. He was a born again Christian, and he said to me, "What would you do if I punched you in the face?" And I said, "How do you think Jesus would feel about that?" And he freaked the fuck out, and he ran and he told on me. And both the owners of the company were like, "Can you do what he does?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "All right, he's fired."
Wait a minute. He was going to punch you in the face, and then you made like an even nastier insult to him. And rather than punch
I don't
you
think
in
it
the
was a
face,
nasty insult. I think it. Well, he was never going to hit me in the face because he was a weak.
well, clearly,
man.
yeah.
Well, no, he was a weak, large man, but
he tattled. Is the
no.
point. Instead
Yeah, he
of
tattled.
punching you, he tattled. He ran off the tattle.
Yes. Yeah. And then when I left that company and went to work at my next job at Stony Brook Hospital, which is a very big place, I ended up working with him sort of again. He was in a different department, but we kept running into each other.
Awkward.
And one day I walked into work and there was a threatening printed out note on my chair that was like, "You got to get out of this place. You're in danger. Nobody wants you here." So I took that to the campus police. They did an investigation. They said that guy's fucked up and they fired him. And then after that, he moved to Georgia and became a redneck.
Did you go down to Georgia?
I'm sorry.
Try and get him fired from whatever job he had there. You didn't like
No
bust into the Nazi saloon and be like, "Fire that man."
That guy actually worked for a Jew once.
You're like that guy Javert.
Yeah, no, his as far as I could tell, because I wrote an essay about him, so I did a lot of research, and as far as I can tell, he never worked for another person again. He started a construction company building spray concrete apocalypse dome homes to militia people, and he has
That's a great business.
What appears to be a Ukrainian bride.
Wow.
Who divorced him.
Lava.
Yeah, if you're selling into the survivalist market.
What were you saying, Mike?
Yes.
I was saying that's good business, selling to preppers.
Yeah.
The first
people spend a lot of money on their bunkers.
Spray. Is that right? Spray dome?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So it's a concrete home. It's a concrete dome, but you spray the concrete. It's like comes out as a liquid. So like you sort of build this, like you fabricate the shell of it, and then you spray it down with concrete. Like it hardens into concrete and becomes.
Yeah, I saw a thing on this. You like spray it into the form, into a form, and then it hardens, and it's kind of like a mold. And then, boom, you have this little concrete dome, which if you dig a hole in the ground, drop it in, boom, instant bunker.
Right.
Who wouldn't love that?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it's probably how he met the Nazis.
I look into, obviously. I looked into pricing on such things.
Well, I know a guy.
Wait, are we talking about spray domes or other things? What things? What things did you look into?
Like an affordable bomb shelter. I was like, how cheap can you get away with a bomb shelter? And it looks like these precast things can go for like 20 to 60 grand, and then obviously you'd have to pay for somebody with heavy equipment to come dig a big fucking hole, and some kind of way to get in there, either a tunnel, or if you put it just outside the home, maybe you have a hatch or some kind of access point that
How
way.
serious were you in your pursuits of investigating this?
Well, obviously, a little bit more
Yeah.
than casual, but yeah, I didn't really shop it that hard afterwards. I was like,
Well, I mean, now
it's still,
that
it's still a little cost prohibitive.
is it though? Because you can melt down those pennies soon.
I keep waiting, man. I keep waiting. It's real copper, and copper ain't cheap no more.
What did you want to do with this? Was it a fear of the impending doom of society, or a storage
Oh yeah, no, I
solution?
was thinking like a nuclear bomb shelter. A shelter against, some kind of environmental catastrophe,
Hmm.
or nuclear war.
I do not want
Um,
to survive nuclear war. I'm just going on record.
well, it's certainly going to be grim.
I saw the day
And
after.
Are you gonna run out, like run out of your house into the flame, like fuck this? Like,
well, that's the thing.
what's your
I mean,
plan?
ideally, you have some way to get there that's relatively convenient. Maybe like a little drop chute from the master bedroom.
Oh, you got to build a
No,
tunnel
I meant Dave.
from the kitchen. Oh, what about me?
I want to know what Dave's not survival plan was, because he said he doesn't want to survive
Oh, just
nuclear war. Just like run
Yeah.
outside or stay in your bed
Did
and
you-
wait for it to come to
did
you,
you-
or
did you watch Breaking Bad?
yeah,
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 of course.
yeah.
You know when the cartel members are shooting at Gus and he just does this?
Right, that's it. That's
He
how you're
stands
easing
out in the middle of the desert like, that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
They're just, the news comes on, there will be a bomb dropping in 10 minutes. I will run out and just wait to be vaporized.
Yeah.
Maybe have a
Peace
little
out.
sex while I'm waiting.
What, outside in front of everyone? You're gonna become a porn star for your last moments?
What do I care? What do I care? What are they gonna? They're
Yeah.
gonna talk about? You see that pile of ashes over there? He's got a tiny. He used to have a tiny dick.
No, it's gonna be more like you see.
he had
Again, Mike.
the audacity to have sex publicly just before being
I
vaporized.
thought it was gonna be like,
Yeah, nobody's gonna talk about that.
you see that pile of ashes over there? He got me fired twice. Obviously, he survives because he's building spray dome.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's in his dome home.
Right.
Good times.
Yeah. No, it would certainly be grim, but yeah, I'd like the option. I'd like there to be a credible path to survival in most scenarios, if at all possible. Although, yeah, nuclear war is that one kind of self-induced human crisis that really kind of ends it all,
Yeah.
potentially. Depending on the size of the exchange, humanity can survive a limited nuclear exchange. If India and Pakistan trade a couple nukes, it won't kill everyone in the world. It'll fuck things up in the world, but yeah, like a full-blown Russia-US or China-US exchange would be pretty globally devastating, and obviously nuclear winter would make growing crops near impossible, and potential mass extinction event for humanity. Boy, this is a fun topic.
Yeah. I'm enjoying
And
it.
how did we get here? We were talking about the slush fund.
Right.
The slush fund, which makes me so freaking crazy. And
Makes me think we deserve nuclear war.
I think that the slush fund is on pause at the moment. From
yes.
Yeah.
The latest
only
news I
credible, the only branch of the government that currently seems to show any willingness to check presidential power is the judicial branch. And
Except
a
for the
judge did
Supreme
come out,
Judicial Branch.
except for the Supremes, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
They
yeah,
suck.
let's roll back the Voting Rights Act. We didn't need that anyway. Roe versus Wade, pish posh.
Yeah. Settled law, my ass.
Yeah. Oh no, what
You
was
know,
I saying?
things
I
have
was
been
about to
like
go off.
so rapid fire in terms of like this is going well for Trump, this is going bad for Trump, this is going well for Trump, this is going bad for Trump, that I made like a quick visual
Yeah.
aid for the purpose of our. Oh no, we've disabled video. Your internet connection is unstable. Try to move closer to your
Oh
router.
no.
I'm getting all sorts of notes.
Yeah.
You guys not getting that?
You look very pixelated on my side, whereas Mike looks crystal clear. So,
Hold on a second. I'm switching.
Mike, you were talking about the slush fund.
Yes, the slush. I mean, how can you look at this and say, this is fair, this is just, this is an appropriate application of presidential power? I mean, is there no pushback or spines anywhere in the Republican Party?
Weren't they kind of upset about it? I mean, not that they did
Yeah.
anything about it.
They're actually the ones that are helping with the pause because a bunch of federal, I guess, was it federal judges decided that the slush fund is a violation of the law, so they've intervened in some way. But like before I got chopped out, I just wanted to share with you this little infographic I was working on.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
It's true. Please. $250 bill. Kennedy Center sign.
Right. That's how this should be read.
$1.8 billion slush.
This is like the TV Guide cheers and jeers section.
It
Sport
is.
image.
It is.
Music festival headliners.
But it's,
Health report. IRS case.
but like it's important if you're like tracking the news to kind of know, what's going good for Trump and what's going bad for Trump. And that's how I think the world sees everything right now. So
Absolutely.
there's like a series of things that he did like a few months ago that are finally getting called out. And as a result of that, they're on either pause or there's judges looking into it. And then there's a series of new things he's doing that we have yet to pause or stop. That's kind of where we are.
Now, wait. The IRS case is a bad thing for Trump, but didn't he just like wave his wand and say his family cannot be investigated by the IRS?
Yeah.
Him
So,
or his family?
the
in
IRS
perpetuity?
Yes. Well, what he did was bad for us,
WTF?
good for Trump, but they've paused that effort.
Oh,
paused
okay.
that too?
Bad. Yeah.
There was a judicial intervention on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, not so fast, Trump. They think and are investigating that it felt like a quid pro quo that he rushed through in order to get those the tax breaks for his family.
Meep meep. Meep meep.
He's just dug himself a hole. Like, I don't know why he did this, but he's like endorsed certain candidates at the detriment to Republican senators who are still in office.
Yeah.
Who now can fuck him because he has a very thin margin.
Right.
And like,
Most notably, John Cornyn in Texas just lost. He got primaried,
right,
to use that as a verb,
by a douchebag,
by Paxton.
a bigger douchebag.
Did you see
bigger
the
douchebag?
Did you see the Washington Post headline about that? It was like
No.
Ken Paxton beats John Cornyn, something both Donald Trump and Democrats wanted. Something to that effect.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that the Tallarico race?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
So-
Paxton is going up in the
Yeah.
general election.
So I would have added
against Tallarico.
one more to my info blurb that says Tallarico's hot girlfriend with a red, arrow going down, because the Trump people came out swinging by way of Stephen Miller and
I saw
said
that.
Tallarico is like a trans person,
Yeah.
because no one has seen his girlfriend, and then immediately a picture was released and his girlfriend is like smoking hot. So now it's like you were saying, yeah. So Green
Well, of
Arrow
course
up
he's
for
trans,
the libs. He's not trans and he's not vegan.
No.
Those were the things that they were trying to use as like
Yes,
negative.
I heard Paxton painting him as vegan.
Yeah.
Which is totally just factually not true.
Right. And stupid.
you
Even
know-
if he was a fucking vegan, who gives a shit? The guy eats. You're anti-vegan.
No,
Dave's
It's not that
anti-vegan.
I'm anti-vegan. It's that I can't take vegans seriously. a lot of the time. I view it on
Ideologically?
a case by case basis. Yeah, ideologically, they haven't really fully thought out their diet or their
Right.
And
politics.
Dave, if you in Vermont think that, how well thought of do you think vegans are thought of in Texas?
Oh yeah. I also
Yeah,
wouldn't
to
vote for
say,
a Texan, by the way,
well,
unless it was Jasmine
your
Crockett.
options are limited if you're talking about a Texas Senate race.
Yeah.
I had
Well,
a recent trip to Vermont, by the way.
yeah, you were in Burlington.
Yeah, I apologize for not having the time to see you, Dave. I would
I
have
don't live
loved
there
to have.
anymore.
Yeah, I know, but I must have passed by you on the way.
I
No?
don't think you would have.
Vermont was a lot of fun. My nephew Alexander graduated, and I wrote a Substack column about what was the funniest thing that happened was we were at the graduation, and like the first speaker was like, and I'd like to thank President Trump, and like the crowd, like, was like, "Huh?" because I'm in like lefty Vermont,
Right.
no one should be thanking President Trump, but the
Right.
the president of UVM, her name is something Trump, Tromp.
Oh.
So you can imagine that this entire graduation ceremony was filled with people thanking Trump. And there was never a moment when it was said that it didn't get that reaction that eventually became like a laugh line, you know? Without
Yeah.
Trump helping diversity, and inclusion at our school, like it just go on and on.
And the progressive thinking of President Trump has really brought us to this this fine moment.
It was so fantastic. She's only been there for like, I don't know, like less than a year. First off, speaking of this show as a thing, the great news is that we're now on Spotify.
Yes.
So people watching us on YouTube right now who also get their podcasts on Spotify can find Generation Exile on Spotify. And it's a clean watching experience, I have to say. I found it real easy and user friendly, and it was kind of nice. And I wonder if it's even helpful in getting us into the mix with other podcasts.
I mean, it was helpful for me to listen to it while not having to just sit and watch it,
Yeah.
I listened to the puppy yoga one while I was making dinner the other night, and I laughed out loud dozens of times.
Yeah, that was a great episode, a great story from Mike, and that is up there now. If you missed us talking about it, you'll want to go to Spotify and find it.
Yeah, or YouTube.
Yeah, Spotify,
Or
YouTube.
YouTube.
I guess I can't like favor a child.
Right.
Or, like the Spotify child is the new one, the new baby. So the YouTube is sort of a little older, and it's already used up a lot of our attention. But you're right; they both deserve equal attention. I should give a shout out to one of our fans. That guy Kevin.
Of course.
Yes.
Kevin is a very big interactor on my Patreon. So I've started to get to know him a little bit better. But he writes very funny write-ups on my funnies. And I know he listens to us here, so shout out to Kevin.
Love
Yeah.
Kevin.
Good to have you in our fan base.
Absolutely. Grateful and appreciate Kevin.
He is our ambassador.
There was a place I stopped off at about 30 minutes from Burlington, Dave, that
Yeah.
I've never heard of before, but like it's like a huge park, outdoor, 50-acre walk around place with like history and art and antiques. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it Shelburne Farms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been there? Have you done that?
Yeah, the last time I was there, I proposed to an awful woman. So I try not to go back.
That's where you proposed. I wish I knew that when I was there.
I bet she loved it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
bet she loved it.
To
there.
be fair, I actually didn't propose there. I proposed on the way up to that trip, like on the ferry, actually, the Bridgeport ferry. We were heading up to Burlington for the weekend, and my plan was to do it I remember my plan was to do it on Church Street because, she went to school there and I thought it would be like very romantic. She loved that place. But we
Yep,
were on the
Church
ferry
Street's
and I was
great.
like, I have got this like $8,000 ring in my pocket and I'm going to fucking lose it if I don't give it to her soon.
Right.
So I was
Burn a
like,
hole
fuck
in
it, I'm
your-
doing it now.
Yeah.
You see this ring? This ring's worth more than my car.
That ring was
So
worth
you-
more than my car at the time.
Did you celebrate the news by going to Shelburne and walking around and checking that place out, or?
I mean, we just celebrated all weekend, really. But Shelburne was one of the places we hit. She knew it. She knew of it because she went to school there, and she was like, "This is a
Right.
cool place that you'd probably like."
We only visited the parking lot and the gift shop.
All you need.
Yeah. What else do you need? Like, we went there thinking, oh, we'll go to a museum for an hour, and the old timer and at the desk, the docent was like, well, many people kind of take 2 days to do Shelburne. I reckon you could do it, for an hour, a little,
Yeah.
but he talked us out of it.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Like,
get
"We
much
can't
out of
do
her.
this." You'll get about 40 paces east, but then you'll have to come right back, won't you?
Straight on as the crow flies.
Because it's like a 50-acre walk around with historical sites and nature stuff, and I think there's
I have-
a Norman Rockwell exhibit there right now, and all sorts of shit.
I have a question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
Which boat did you propose on?
Oh,
Which of the three? Because they had three at the time.
yeah. I
Which
think
boat?
it was the.
Was there like some lady in like a yellow vest with like a wand, like moving the cars on the ferry while you were?
Yeah.
Did you make it to the sitting area at least upstairs?
No, I did it right on the platform. People were honking at me. It's like I'm proposing here.
Someone like, I gotta use the restroom. Where's the bathroom? How romantic.
Well, just a quick aside. I've been on the very newest boat, which is the Long Island, and let me tell you something. She's a delight.
Yeah.
She's a fine vessel. I
Enjoy
think
those
they bought
bathrooms
it-
now because, like Donald Trump's health, today is the best those bathrooms will ever be.
Oh yeah. I've been fortunate enough to get on that one a couple times, and it's a glorious ride.
I wish I had more time with Port Jefferson in my life. It felt like another Huntington. It felt like a town of that caliber.
Huntington's
even-
It's
better.
a fun.
Maybe better because it's like sea facing, But
No, Huntington's better.
oh, Huntington's better. Yeah. All right. Well, good to know that. So I didn't
Yeah.
miss out. But
Huntington has a lot more to offer.
Also, I think
Port Jeff is a lot smaller.
yeah,
But
and also stuffier. Like it feels like a stuffier, more well-to-do area than Huntington.
Huntington's more hard Scrabble.
really,
Well, I mean, probably
I
not
never
anymore.
thought of Huntington.
No,
Nah,
I mean-
never thought of Huntington as hard Scrabble. Not Huntington Village.
No, I mean
maybe
the-
Huntington Station.
Oh,
the-
Huntington Station.
It was
We
hard
used-
to make words, but the letters they gave you is what I mean.
We used to buy our drugs 5 minutes from Huntington Village,
I know.
and it was a little bit hard Scrabble over there.
Yeah. Yes. You get stuck with the J.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop making the same joke. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Tilanus and Napoleon. May your memories be
Yes.
a blessing.
But
Yes.
that sounds familiar to me. Are those the drug dealers?
Yeah, Tilanus and Napoleon. Although Napoleon's nickname was Pokey.
How did these guys come into be? I don't mean how their moms give birth to them. I mean, how did you first meet them?
Mike and I were trolling around Heckscher's Park, Heckscher
Yep.
Park, looking for people who were selling weed. And we bumped into this guy named Joe, and we were talking to him, and then we were asking him like, "Hey, do you know anybody who sells weed?" And he was like, "Are you asking me because I'm black?" And Mike and I were like, "No, I swear, we just." And he's like, no, I'm just fucking with you. And he's like, yeah, I do know. He's like, I do know people who can sell you weed, but he wouldn't hook us up until we told him our favorite black jokes.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
When you say your favorite black jokes,
Like
You mean
like
jokes
racist
you
kind of
heard on Good Times or
no,
one of
like
the shows you watched?
like truly tasteless jokes, black folks edition. You know, like some.
Oh,
I don't remember
that
what
might have
Mike's.
been a trap.
I don't remember what Mike's joke was. I remember mine.
Please
He
don't share
he
it.
loved it. He
I
absolutely loved
don't.
it.
I'm sure I had one or two jokes at the
Yeah.
time that were of that variety. I can't remember which one I might have
Yeah,
deployed.
I don't remember.
That's-
Mine was
Good,
killer.
good for him. Good for him for owning it.
Yeah,
Yours was killer.
it was. And Joe loved it, and he immediately introduced us to his sister, who had a bunch of dime bags in a large soup pot on her stove. And then her sister delegated future sales to Telenas and Pokey.
Her stove, like you went to someone's house?
Yeah, he took us to her house. We went up into her apartment, and she
God,
had
this is like the most
she had, like-
sketchy story. You guys were high school kids at this time? Or
no
post-high
college.
school?
College.
Okay, college.
I didn't start smoking weed till college. I never smoked weed in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is in college. You go into this woman's house, and is she the mama bear? Like she's now assigning you dealers?
Well, I mean, I guess she was,
Well,
or maybe they were all on the
Dave's-
same level. I don't remember. Go ahead,
Oh.
Mike.
Dave said she was the older sister,
Yeah.
and if you're calling her Mama Bear, Jer, I think you're presuming she's the mother figure of the house, which is pretty fucking racist of you.
I know it's not. If she's got weed in her stove, then she's manning the kitchen. That's the mama
Yeah.
bear. Nothing else came into play there. But this is incredible. So you went into this stranger's house who, as a gatekeeper, had you tell racist jokes,
Yep.
and then that is transactionally how you found your hookup for weed at a time when weed was not being sold everywhere
Yeah.
legally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the
God,
next time we
yeah.
just rolled up to the
And then-
house and we're like, hey, can we get some weed?
It was like
And
a
then
drive-through.
Yeah.
The irony,
It
though,
was like
that
Dairy
on,
Barn.
on one or more occasions, Napoleon would instruct us to not make this a weed spot. And yet it was the only weed spot we knew. So
Yeah, and-
it was our weed spot, and we kept making it a weed spot. And even though he would say that occasionally, there was no really enforcement of
Well,
our.
and also, like, if you recall, he always had like dime bags on his person while just hanging out on the porch. So it was like,
Yes.
obviously, this is a weed spot. You know, you're expecting people to come buy your weed, or else you wouldn't
Unless-
have dime bags coming out of your hair. Like,
I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think maybe it's akin to when you're at like a wedding or a bar mitzvah, and they have the people that come out with the appetizers. Are you meeting them at the door to the kitchen to get the appetizers, or are you waiting for them to get like to the middle of the room?
Right.
Or, what? Like that's probably what he
Yeah.
was trying to.
well, in this
accomplish,
metaphor, Mike and I were probably hanging out right by the kitchen door, waiting for them to come out
It
with
sounds
the
like
with the little mini egg
We're
rolls.
those little pigs in a blanket.
And
I
this
need
poor
me some
guy
pigs
was
in a
like,
blanket.
guys, let's not make this the appetizer spot. This is the kitchen doorway, So, amazing.
Yeah. Where are the mini quiches?
You are watching Generation Exile.
Really hate that sad loser, Mr. Newberger.
Who, me?